I sense that the Lord today would have me to very simply say that we would do well to get our eyes off of Trump, get our eyes off of this election, get our eyes off of this world, and refocus our eyes upon Jesus. And here's why. Yeah, praise the Lord. That's pretty simple, right? The reason is this. The eyes of the Lord are searching out throughout the earth to and fro, looking for Isaiahs, whose eyes are on him, hearts fully devoted to him, so that he can sanctify them, put his words on their mouths so that they can proclaim while there's still time, Jesus. Jesus. I know you see the struggle. Maybe that's a good thing you see the struggle. I never want to say anything that the Lord would not want me to say, and I don't want to not say what the Lord would have me to say, and I think the Lord would have me to say this. It's the way I say it that's the problem. I am so thankful that the media declared Joe Biden the winner of the presidential election. Because maybe, I sure hope so, I pray so. Maybe that's what it's going to take. Maybe now that's what it's going to take. What are you saying? Well, I just said it. I'll say the same thing again in a different way. God's allowing it, so we'll look to him. And not only look to him, but when we look to him, we have to tell others about him while there's still time. You know, I'm at a loss for words. That's a miracle right there. When I don't know what to say, Lord, help me here. Maybe now Christians will stop what they've been doing and start doing what they need to be doing. Do you agree with this statement? We are living at a time like no other and have before us the greatest and grandest of opportunities to bring people to Jesus. And this is why God's allowing everything to happen. But see, again, the problem is we're unwilling to pick up our cross and die to ourselves and follow him. And the reason is because we love our lives in this world too much. We're unwilling to let go of them. And in all fairness, and I'll include myself in this when I say this, we've had it too good for too long. And again, this is something I want to talk more about when we get to our study second service in 2 Timothy. We've had it too good for too long. And now, that 52-year reign of King Uzziah has come to an end. And what has also come to an end with it is all of the peace and prosperity and stability that we've known heretofore, that I've known all my life. Could it be, one last thing, famous last words. One last thing. Could it be, think this through with me, could it be that the Lord is saying to every single one of us, are you ready yet? Do you want to go home yet? Or you'll forgive me. Do you want 4 more years? Oh, I'm so glad you laughed on that one. I mentioned this on Thursday night, and I'm still thinking back to last week with Elijah. One of the things that hit me was, if God had come to Elijah prior and given him a choice, okay, Elijah, here's the deal. All right? Behind door number 1, you're going to make Israel great again. You're going to drain the swamp of Jezebel. Lock her up. You're going to drain the swamp of Ahab. There's going to be this, great revival, and you're going to make Israel great again. Door number 1. Or door number 2. I have this chariot over here with all the horses. And Elijah, because I know you like fire, I got lots of fire here for you. And I want to take you up to heaven. What do you want to do? Well, where I come from, they call that a no-brainer. That's a slam dunk. I'll take what's behind door number 2. Good, because that's where you're going. 4 more years, 4 more schmears, or however you want to say it. Are you kidding me? Could it be that this is what the Lord is saying to his people today? What are you fighting for? My kingdom is not of this world. You want to keep it on life support. You pull the plug. Is that too crass? My apologies if it is. I don't mean to be rude, but I have to speak truth. And that's the truth.
And so when you see last night Trump taking a stand against what was happening to him, he was standing alone. He was standing with just him and his family and those in his administration. That's it. And that tells you, folks, right now where we are at. Do not put your trust in politics. God is trying to show you and I where this is going and what needs to happen. Remember, because of what America has been doing lately and has been infiltrated, we have a population now that has thumbed their nose to God, that has rebelled against God. And perhaps he is giving America what it wants. This is a form of Romans 1 of being handed over, given over to what they desire. And now we see the America that we once knew and loved being handed over to globalists, handed over to leftists, handed over to all these people that want to destroy the nation that was one of the greatest nations in history because of its Judeo-Christian foundations. And now that's gone. So what you have to understand in judgment is that God gives a people group what they deserve. And many times it's the leadership they deserve. Leadership is a reflection of the people. And when you see this, and you see this evil that's going on, and please understand that there are spiritual implications for this. There are spiritual reasons for this. And therefore, God has sent a message. And the messaging from God is loud and clear. Those who know prophecy, who understand prophecy understand what this means. Because to understand prophecy takes a certain level of spiritual maturity to understand it. Have you noticed that prophecy is like written in code? Have you noticed that prophecy is really like, it seems mysterious and it's hard to unpack and it takes a while to get things lined out and understand. It's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together and you have to have all the pieces to make it make sense. Do you know why prophecy is like that? It's to confuse Satan and his demonic realm. And therefore, because it's written in such a way, in almost code language, only the wise, only the mature Christians can understand it. Now, rest assured, Satan has understood it, but there for a long time, the code was very difficult to get through. It didn't make sense in a lot of ways until now. But to see it right now and see what we're going through as a country, you have to know prophecy. And you have to know it very well. Because if you don't know prophecy, you won't know how this fits into things. You won't know where this is going. And so the best thing we can do now, as you're seeing this, is to understand, take a step back and understand where this goes. What God is doing. What is His program? What is His plan? And therefore to understand that time is short. We do not have a reprieve like we thought we could get. It means things will accelerate, things will go into high gear, and therefore the believer who's aware of things will prepare themselves for it. They will do what is necessary to prepare spiritually for what's coming. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it is the reality. We need to speak reality. They plan to do the Great Reset coming up here in January. It may take longer than that, but that's their goal. To go eventually to a digital currency, to a one world economic system. That's where this is all going. And the fact that America is swinging that direction now because of this election, we're going to join right up in with that. That's where it's going. So you as a believer need to prepare for what's coming. You need to understand what's coming. Your freedoms that you and I enjoy are going to evaporate. California already, in this last election, California voted that you can discriminate based on now race, religion, and things. Isn't that crazy? Because guess who they want to discriminate against? People like you and I, Christians. So the civil rights movement that happened is now being thwarted by California, and the thrust of why they did it is to persecute Christians and to say that if you're a company and you don't want to hire a Christian that has certain values, then you can do that. They can now in California discriminate against Christians or anyone else they don't like, that doesn't walk the path, that doesn't goose step in order. That's why California passed this. California is full of crazies. California is the worst state I've ever seen, along with Oregon, along with Washington. The people that make up these states have lost their minds. They have been given over to a depraved mind and a darkened heart. And so they vote for things like this. They want suppression of free speech. They want that. They want to eliminate Christianity from California and Oregon and Washington and all these leftist states. They do want that. There's no doubt about that. And so we have these wonky, weird laws here in California that are all geared toward destroying conservative values and the Judeo-Christian ethic. But what's the takeaway from all of this? The takeaway is this. We still have a job to do. We are Christians first, and that job is still upon us until the day of the rapture. So nothing stopped for us. We keep motoring through things. We keep pile driving through things to do the Lord's work, and nothing stops us. We keep doing the work of the Great Commission. We keep evangelizing. We keep discipling. We keep doing everything the Lord called us to do. He didn't say stop. So we don't go into the corner and have a pity party and go into the fetal position and give up hope. That's not what you're supposed to do. Our hope is in Christ. And because of that, we keep moving. We keep going no matter what's going on in the politics of the day, no matter what's going on in the country. We join the rest of a lot of Christians who are in totalitarian regimes like Iran or China or wherever they are at in the world, and they're functioning still too. So we will do the same. So don't give up the fight. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, and let's keep moving forward. When you see these things, he said, look up, lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near. So God bless you. We'll see you next time.